Okay, let's get started with this fight. Hopefully it's the last one. I think it might be. Why can't she do any magic? I don't understand. Why is this...
All set.
She's not silenced. I don't understand. Ooh, I think I might have taken all her... Ooh, that's bad. I think I might have taken all her
Go on.
materia away.
I'm waiting.
Oh, that
I'll
sucks.
take care of
I
her.
can't believe that. That might be, that might actually hurt me in the end.
Giving it my all. Let me handle this.
Oh, that's wonderful. I missed that. Oh, you're gonna just turn into one enemy? That actually might be nice for me. You're only with Aerith in the playthrough? Oh, you got a lot to go if you're only with Aerith. This game has 18 chapters. Bahamut?
Do this.
That's an interesting person to turn into. I wonder why.
I got this.
Oh no, don't do that yet.
It's on you. Here goes.
Never
You can
again.
do it.
Hold on, that cure didn't go off because I switched to her.
Let's do this.
Oh, Mega Flare, that's not going to be good. Let's hope it's not a one-shot. Okay,
Now you're in for it.
well, it definitely hurt. Thank God for all these Mega Potions.
Man, I trained for this.
I can't believe I forgot to put materia on for Tifa. That couldn't have been worse.
Get him. That's it.
Any last words?
Okay, at least this didn't miss.
Bring it. This one's for you.
Actually did a lot more damage than I thought it would.
There. Go on. That's it.
Dude's almost dead.
One more shot. Give your best.
I guess I should probably use the summon, huh?
Looking good.
Why not?
Have fun.
I definitely wouldn't recommend the Shiva fight if you're by yourself. It's possible, but it's definitely a lot harder. You're better off when there's two of you.
No holding back.
I mean, I couldn't do it with only one of us.
Bingo.
No, I should probably heal up in case he does another Mega Flare. I think that would kill everybody. Okay, it's over. Oh, never mind. I just went back to this fight. That sucks big time.
No need to
Man, those Mega Potions are not as good as they used to be.
Ain't dead yet.
There. Get him.
Okay, this guy's almost dead. Let's take him out.
This one's for you.
Okay, Aerith. Let's have you deal with it since your cures are infinitely better than a Mega Potion. Okay, so that's another stagger.
No.
Yeah, I would definitely try again with Aerith in the party. I mean, I couldn't do it with just Cloud in the party because like the problem is like because I think she has an ability that freezes you. You can probably evade it, but I think it's not that easy to evade. Oh, nice. That Hellfire summon. That was perfect. Thank you, Ifrit. That couldn't have been any better than that. You probably could
Did
do
we
it solo.
Think so.
I'm sure there's somebody online crazy enough to do it solo. I don't think I could do it. That's the issue. Probably just a me thing.
Brace yourself.
And of course, you know, it's Final Fantasy. You could always grind and do it.
Dude, it's over. See ya. Enough.
Is there another one of these guys? I thought I killed them. Nice, 2 limit breaks. I think there might be a third one. Oh, that scene. Oh. Anybody knows that scene? It's so crazy that they actually show that scene in this game,
We did
since it doesn't happen for such a long time. Yep, this section is pretty much right after we just escaped the Shinra building.
Here it comes.
Still here. Ha! Go on. Heads up.
It's over. It's over.
Oh, you haven't heard Red 13 talk yet?
Try this. There it. Now.
We get him inside the Shinra building, and he does talk. He has, you know, he has a good amount of lines in the game. Although at this point, I don't know. Whoa, they showed even that part. Crazy. Although they blurred that out. But did you hear Aerith? Or you heard Red 13 saying that that's our future if we fail,
That's it.
right? So does that mean
One more
we can
shot.
change those? You know, the thing that happens to Aerith, is that something we can change? I did say the future is a blank page based off of seeing those memories. So maybe that thing with Aerith can be changed in the remake. Right, and that's the end of him. And now we take destiny into our own hands. All right, Benny, see ya.
Where are we?
We're pretty much coming up at the final fight, but you can watch it on YouTube. It'll be up there eventually. Or you can check out the live stream. That'll be up there too. But I would definitely recommend seeing it.
I'm waiting.
It's
Cloud.
definitely an epic ending. You know, playing Crisis Core and then playing this, I want to replay the PS1 version.
What the hell is this?
And I just played it this year.
This is.
Although I think I'm going to wait for Ever Crisis. Are you familiar with Ever Crisis?
Sephiroth.
Fudge? I think I might do the DLC. I'd have to buy it for PC though. I don't think the DLC is, because we're playing this on PS4. So I don't think the DLC is available. I think it's only PS5 or PC. So if I have to play the whole game just to have access to the DLC, I don't think I can do it. Unless I can like load a someone else's save. Hopefully I could just buy the PC version and just start with the DLC right away. Then I'll do it. Yeah, Ever Crisis is the mobile game. But it's like a remaster of the original PS1 version.
Let's finish this.
With like I think Crisis Core put in there. It's definitely something that seems super interesting. And it might be the first mobile game
Fate is not to be taken lightly. Cloud.
I do a Let's Play of. Because I don't do any...
Here it comes.
any Let's Plays of mobile games. Come on.
Come on, Cloud.
So our party's gonna join us eventually,
Wind. Get ready.
but the people that come in are random. Let's hope it's not Tifa. As much as I like Tifa, he has no materia on.
Enjoy it.
So close to stagger.
Have we forgotten already?
Pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, it's been delayed,
Going in.
so I'm definitely waiting to see more. But it does seem interesting as of late. So I'm definitely curious how that's going to turn out.
The planet will claim you. Ride for me.
Come on.
And get that block off in time.
Will you weep for me?
Looks like he has the advantage on that.
Dreaming of me?
Which is fine.
So long.
I can't believe we actually got that. But for sure he'd knock us out of it. Do you think the mobile game is just a summary? I thought it was going to be the full game. But obviously it's going to be told in a different way.
Need some help?
Don't know about need.
I think it might be a little different than the Final Fantasy 15
You know it.
mobile
Beg
version.
for forgiveness.
That does seem interesting, that game as well. I think it's also on Switch now, isn't it?
I'll end this.
Kind of curious about that game too. I was curious when it came out. Of course, Tifa's the one that came in, the one with no materia. Like I said, it was random who shows up. Let's do this.
You're out of luck.
That should be good.
Let's do this.
Looks like... Oh, that's... Yeah, I guess why not? Let's use the ether.
Gotta be
I mean the
careful.
elixir. Let's hope someone good comes in.
Try
Aerith, maybe?
Shit. Never again.
I'm gonna have to, somebody who can heal.
Okay, let's go.
Let's switch to Tifa so Cloud can heal himself. What are you getting? Are you talking about Ever Crisis? Fudge? Or are you talking about something else? Or maybe you're talking about the Final Fantasy 15 mobile version. I think that's been out for a while.
I got this. Aha. Watch yourself.
Hang back.
I like how we can just switch back and forth
Let's
to stagger him real easy.
All right.
Yep. Into a second phase, or the next phase. Can't do any more damage. Yeah, well, Ever Crisis is going to be free with in-game purchases, so it definitely something everybody should try, even if you're not into mobile games. Because they're probably going to, I mean, since they're making it now,
Sorry I'm late.
they're probably going to try to do something to tie it into the remake and the new Crisis Core that they just came out with.
Ride for me.
Okay, thankfully it's Aerith.
Don't overdo it.
All set. I'll take care of them.
Better her than anybody than Barrett, I guess.
This one's for you.
She has the better cures, although I wish I had Magnify.
Can you take over for me?
That's definitely a move I wish I had. Nope. Another limit break? How fortunate of us. That did not do that much damage. Oop. Yeah, toss us another elixir. Keep-
Not looking good.
You know, those elixir tosses are really quick. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised.
Go on. Come on. One more shot. Let me handle this. It's on you. I'm coming. This one's for you.
Oh, I love Final Fantasy 15.
You've got this.
Let's do this.
I spent like 200 hours in Final Fantasy 15. I think I've mentioned this before. It's the only game I ever platinumed.
For me.
Gotcha. There.
And then they added the DLC, and then... I mean, I still had the platinum, but it wasn't 100% anymore, thanks to the DLC. Which they never finished,
Deal with that.
I got this.
which is also another annoying thing about it.
So it's my turn?
But I love the game.
It's your turn.
Hang back.
Stay strong, okay?
Yeah. The Crisis Core Reunion was straight up a remaster.
Right, Fanny.
I doubt that. I don't think they changed everything or anything. It's not, I don't remember the original PSP version. There might have been some minor change, like dialogue wise, but I doubt it, honestly.
You willing to step up for us?
Everything seemed pretty much. I mean, I never beat Crisis Core, so I can't say for sure. At least the original one I never beat. I can't say for sure that nothing's changed.
Can you take over for
I
me?
got this.
But from what I remember, nothing's changed. And he's quick.
Will you endure?
I'm just getting started. Go on. Here
Come on,
it
Shiva,
comes.
do something.
One more shot.
Beg for forgiveness.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 15 wasn't as dark.
Right.
I don't know, I guess Final Fantasy 6 was kind of dark, I guess. Kind of. In a different way. But Sephiroth is such a good villain.
Okay.
I mean, you just can't hate on him. There's nothing bad about... Ooh, that was bad. How do we do this? Let's get some heals in with Cloud. Let's do Tifa. Then Aerith can deal with herself. Cloud. Then we switch to Cloud. Nope. Straight up to Diamond Dust. Yeah, Strangers of Paradise does seem pretty interesting. Definitely want to try it out. Oh, Aerith died. Oops. That's not good.
I think I need to lie down for a bit.
Can't believe she died.
Let's do
Can you
this.
fight?
Oh, hold on. Do your limit break. Now that he's pressured.
Now.
Oh, that it wasn't even enough to, wasn't even enough to, what's it called? Stagger him. Alright, I got another elixir. Throw it on Aerith.
Yeah, bingo.
I don't know if I want to waste my limit break. Let's do it.
Let's finish this.
Hope she doesn't miss. Yep, I knew that wouldn't do that much damage since he went into a different phase. You can't help but love Sephiroth. Although Kefka's not bad. Kefka's a pretty good villain. The villain in Final Fantasy VIII, I don't really like it.
That's it.
I hated the final boss in Final Fantasy VIII. It was so incredibly difficult. There's so many phases to that fight. Unbelievable.
I'm waiting. So long.
Get him.
When I did my Final Fantasy VIII playthrough,
Stay strong.
oh, if you guys don't know, the enemies and the bosses in Final Fantasy VIII, they scale with your I think the highest level in your party. for the whole game, I was just trying to keep everybody as low as possible. Just because of that final
Take care
fight.
of you.
It was just that annoying.
That's it.
And I still had a hard time with that fight. Because there's just so many phases to it. It's ridiculous how difficult that fight is. Just when you think it's over, there's like another phase.
Darkness falls.
Stay strong.
Ooh, jeez.
Come on.
What's Aerith doing? Why is she busy? I know these are complete waste, but let's do it anyways.
I've got you covered.
Fight's almost over anyways. It's Ultimisia. Ultimisia is pretty much the final boss in Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, there. Get him.
Along with her summon, Griever. Or I guess you can actually name her final summon. Let's finish this off with Tifa. Sephiroth defeated. What another boss that is kind of annoying if you're not expecting it and you don't prepare yourself for it
Welcome back.
is and he comes out of nowhere. The boss at the end of Final Fantasy IX.
We can. We can change.
That one is
Make it
just
right.
I don't even remember his name because you don't know about him until the very, very end. That's an ability I never got. It was one of her weapon abilities for Aerith that I never got. The end of Shadow Hearts, the boss is a god. That's yeah, this scene does remind me of Advent Children. It's probably supposed to. Or they took inspiration from it. I love that movie. I almost want to watch it again. I've been thinking about it for the past couple days. I think the fight's over. Or I think the game is over. I don't think there's any way to lose at this point.
Careful now.
This is kind of like
That
how the
which
PS1
lies
version
ahead
ends.
Does not yet exist. Our world will become a part of it.
It's been a while since I watched Advent Children, but I think Genesis is in it.
Will not end. Nor will I have you end.
Wonder if I should
This is-
play Dirge of Cerberus. I haven't played it in so
The
long,
edge of creation.
but it's
Cloud,
it's another Final
lend
Fantasy
me
VII
your
game.
strength. Let us defy destiny together.
You gotta love that Sephiroth wants us to join him. I mean, he's probably just lying, but
Never.
it's crazy that he even asks. Yeah, I don't remember the game too well. But it might be worth playing again. And actually, I don't know if we even have to do anything at this fight, or it's just all cutscene. Yeah, Cloud, I'm your father, right? I mean, technically, doesn't Cloud have Sephiroth's cells in him? I guess technically they're Genova's cells, but that means they're at the very least maybe half siblings.
Not yet.
What did Sephiroth do? He took us into space or something? Where are we?
7 seconds till the end. Time enough for you, perhaps. But what will you do with it? Let's see.
When I first played this game, I didn't understand that line about the 7 seconds. But people online are saying that it references the time Aerith. I think it's the time, when Aerith dies
Mr.
from
Vice President.
Sephiroth's hands. I think that whole sequence is 7 seconds or something.
Mr. President.
So they're definitely hinting at maybe Aerith staying
That's
alive in this game. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. And don't complain about spoilers, okay? The PS1 version's been out for like 20 plus years. Yeah, at the very least they're cousins, right? With the same cells. Yeah, they're a little different. Like, Sephiroth was born with those cells. Cloud was infused later. So he became a cousin. Through experiments. Shinra is in disarray. A tornado went through Shinra. I know. Hello, Scarlet. I love Scarlet in this game. Even her theme song is beautiful. But all those people, they're straight up psychopaths. Whether it be Hojo, whether it be Scarlet, Palmer, or Heidinger, I think that was his name. The only person or even Rufus or President Shinra, they're all psychos. Oh, you see that dog right there? That's a different dog than the one in this game.
Wait. Was that all of them?
And this is the different ending from Crisis Core. In Crisis Core, Zack is not supposed to win this fight.
Hey, Cloud.
And that
Do you see that?
and that's how Cloud gets the Buster Sword. Yeah, but Hojo is crazy. Dude is one creepy dude. And he's gonna get even more creepy in part 2 and part 3. Wonder what that was supposed to signify. I forget what that dog was. You saw the dog on the bag? That was pretty much the image. I forget what his name was. They mentioned it. But that was pretty much the image that Avalanche uses to communicate with other Avalanche members. And that was a different dog than the one we've been seeing in the remake. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Those steel beams. I've tried to pick one of those up. Those are extremely heavy. The fact that that dude just picks it up is just so unrealistic. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that's true, Fudge, but I think I think Cloud still has Mako poisoning from the Shinra Manor before Zack dies. Oh, here's another thing that's different. I really wish they didn't pick him. Why couldn't it have been Jesse? Come on, I wish Jesse was still alive. But technically, him, Wedge, and Jesse all died in the PS1 version. Yeah, but who knows, Fudge? Cloud might not even go crazy.
Coming.
Biggs reminds you of Charlie Sheen. He does.
Daddy?
That's kind of crazy. He actually really looks like him.
Marlene! I'll come back.
So, what now?
Oh, I guess you're right. I was thinking of when he falls into the live
Sephiroth.
stream and he goes and he just like
How long is he
loses
still
it.
out there?
But like I said, I
thought you beat him.
think in this timeline, Zack is dead.
We can.
And in the timeline we just saw, or I guess the one we just entered into,
We will.
he's alive. They're two different timelines.
Count me in.
And Square Enix signifies that with the two different images of those dogs. At least that's what I got from that message.
I'm in too. Bastard wants to destroy the whole planet,
And, you know,
doesn't he?
everything else that has
An
been
enemy
said.
of hers is an enemy of Avalanche.
So, Cloud probably still has Zack's memories from the timeline in which the game started, where Zack is also dead. But now that we've entered into this new timeline, Zack is a different Zack, and he's still alive in this timeline. Well, what doesn't make sense is then
Almost
wouldn't there
there,
be two
God.
Clouds if we're in
We're
another
almost
timeline?
there.
Are we gonna run into the second Cloud, or is this one gonna die?
I miss it. The steel sky.
The unknown journey will continue. Oh, you got a good point there. We did defeat the timeline versions of ourselves. But then, even if you take that into account and say we beat the timeline versions of Cloud, Barrett, and Tifa, you still have all the other people: Aerith, Red 13, Sid. I guess we never met Sid, I guess, from the original timeline. But we did meet Aerith and we did meet Red 13. So if we are in a different timeline, aren't we going to run into them? Yeah, switching timelines is so confusing. I haven't watched any videos of someone taking the time to break it down, and then hearing different opinions and seeing which one makes more sense. I should probably spend some time with that. I think part 2 and part 3 are going to be so different, it's going to shock people. I mean, obviously you're going to have the same characters, probably the same locations, but I bet you the story is probably going to be way different. And we just have to wait till next year for part 2. Dude, Square Enix is I mean, I love Final Fantasy, but this three-part thing is really pissing me off because I really wanted to, I wanted to play this game so bad. I bought a PS4 just to play it, and I'm gonna have to buy a PS5 just to play Part 2. And if they don't finish Part 3, I might have to buy it, in a reasonable time. I might have to buy a PS6. 3 consoles just to play one game. Hopefully they can finish Part 3 by the time, and release it on PS5. Yeah, I think that's the reason that they're doing timeline thing, because they want to change the game. They want to change the game and not change the original at the same time. So it's technically 2 different games at this point. Oh, that's who voices Scarlet. Erin Cottrell. Let me look her up. Let's see if she looks like Scarlet. She's a redhead. I mean, I have hope that they're going to do it justice, and I want to base it off of this game, but I guess you can't really base it off of this game because Part 1 kind of follows, it follows it follows the original pretty well. There's some differences here and there, but for the most part, the story stays the same. If they're going to change stuff, who knows? Things can get kind of crazy. But usually I know people hate the new Final Fantasies, but I like them. The new ones, like, 13. I don't hate 13 as much as other people do. Like, the combat system was really fun in 13 and 13 Part 2. I like the combat system in those games. And they looked amazing. They had amazing music. They're good games. The only thing you can critique about 13 is, it is kind of linear. It's not a open world kind of game. And Final Fantasy 15 is it's an open world game. You can pretty much do whatever you want. There's classic dungeons in that game. The summons are epic. The magic is a little broken, later in the game. And it's weird. I think that's when was the last time they did a Final Fantasy game where the main cast of characters were all male? That got that bromance. Yeah, there's all these cool little things you can do in Final Fantasy 15. The cooking, the fishing, the photography. I think the other one is hiking. With you have that car you can drive, and then it turns into like a plane kind of that you can fly. It's epic. I love that game. I mean, I guess you can argue the story is not like like the story in like Final Fantasy 6, 7, 8, and 9. That golden age of what people think Final Fantasy, or the golden age people say, Square Enix had with Final Fantasy. And that's probably true. I mean, The story's not bad in Final Fantasy 15. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I mean, is it really better than Final Fantasy 6 or 7? Maybe 8. I mean, I like 8. I have like a guilty pleasure for Final Fantasy 8, but the story is out of those 4 games, Final Fantasy 6 through 9, 8 is probably the weakest. And honestly, playing Final Fantasy 9 this year really changed my opinion on that game. I really I really like it a lot more than I used to. I was probably looking at Final Fantasy 8 through like nostalgia glasses, but I think Final Fantasy 9 is probably the better game between 8 and 9. And then, 7's pretty good, but I think a lot of people think it's overrated. Final Fantasy had a great story, or Final Fantasy 8, it did have a great story until the time compression, and then things got all weird. Yeah, and then the level scaling is atrocious. It's like the way it's designed, it's like it makes you not want to level up, which is exactly the opposite of what Final Fantasy games should be like. Because then it makes some of the later fights incredibly hard. Right? The scaling is maybe if they adjusted the scaling at which the monsters scaled with you, so you could just level up normally and actually make the levels worth it, because they really don't do much. Right? And the magic drawing from monsters, not a bad concept, but you could, like, if your magic stat's not high enough, you can't draw that much magic. So if you want 99 of something, it takes forever. And then the way it's designed to junction to your equipment, you don't want to use it because it makes you weaker every time you use it. So it's like, it makes you not want to use any magic. So at the end, and then the summons are not that good. They don't really do that much damage. And the summons can die. So I mean, there's so many bad things about it. Yeah, you can get super OP in Final Fantasy VIII pretty early, but honestly, I would say that's a bad thing. Sure, it's fun. It's fun to do, but it's bad design. So you have what? The leveling system is bad in terms of design. The leveling system is bad. The magic system is bad. The summons are really not that great. The fact that you can get super OP with cards, bad design. So it's just like, I mean, it's always fun to get super OP and just wreck everyone. I've done it, but I don't know if you can classify that as good design. And then if you like want 100% that game, there's like, I've never done it, but I've heard people talk about the quest. I think it's called the Queen of Cards, and that's a quest you have to do, with playing cards, and it's just an absolute nightmare to do, and it takes forever. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII 100% is ridiculous. But I don't know. I still like it. Yeah, that's true. Any Final Fantasy 100% is ridiculous. Except maybe like Final Fantasy 1. Maybe some of the early ones. Definitely Final Fantasy 1. That one's not that bad. I don't think there's really nothing. There's almost no extra things in Final Fantasy 1, I think. You're probably almost at 100% just by beating the first Final Fantasy. The original. I think there was one on the GBA that probably added extra stuff, but if you look at the original, it's not hard to 100% those games. Probably Final Fantasy 1 through 6, they're probably the easiest to 100%. And I mean, would you count, like for the newer Final Fantasies, would you count, I guess, platining a game, it's probably not 100%. I guess maybe you wouldn't classify that as a 100% playthrough. 'Cause I did do that with Final Fantasy 15. Although, like I said, it did take me about 200 hours. So it's definitely not easy. But yeah, I bet you, even though I got a platinum on it, I bet you there were still things I missed. I was wondering if I should do that. Try to, when I play Final Fantasy 15, if I should try to platinum it and do everything in the game. But if I spent, I mean, just think about this. My Let's Play episodes are about half an hour each. So if I spent 200 hours playing Final Fantasy 15, that would be 400 episodes to upload. Roughly, right? At about half an hour each. That would be insane. I- At the pace I upload episodes, I'd be uploading Final Fantasy 15 episodes for like a year. I mean, just think about it. If you upload 3 a day, that's what? I mean, at 100 days, that's 300, 133 days, roughly. Just if you upload 3 a day. And sometimes I don't even do that. I'll upload like other games, kind of stagger them out. First time completing OG Final Fantasy 7, 110 hours plus. You didn't even get Vincent and do a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, you can get like the golden chocobo. There's some stuff that you can do with the golden saucer. There's Vincent. Vincent's not that hard to get. Yuffie. Then there's ultimate weapons. I mean, I think there's ultimate weapons that you can equip, and then there's actual ultimate weapons. There's what, 3 of them. I've actually never beat them. Emerald weapon, ruby weapon. I don't know what the third one is. I forget. I think it's Omega weapon. Never beat them. Although the one thing I like doing, actually I think I did it in this Final Fantasy 7 playthrough, or the one that's on YouTube, is that you can use the materia W item to duplicate consumable items. If you know how to do it. But if you do it right, you can duplicate like power source and like magic source and all that stuff. So you can like max out all your characters to 255. Makes the game ridiculously easy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've seen people do the weapon battles. The way they set up the materia, you can go into the fight and do nothing, and still win. Especially what you have the Phoenix materia that like auto reses you if you die. They use Knights of the Round Table. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do for those weapon fights. I've never done it though. I mean, I probably could have done it. I mean, I've gotten Knights of the Round Table. I think I got pretty much all the materia that they use for those tricks, and I just never did it. Also, another thing I never did is get the master materia. Maybe I got some of them, maybe like one or two, but I didn't get all of them. Yeah, there's so many ways to beat the weapons, especially if you do the materia setup correctly. Look at that. It says gameplay recording resumed because you exited block scene. Pretty sure the game was recording the whole time. Alright, so now this is pretty much telling you they can do chapter select, although you should save it. And you also have hard difficulty, which I've never done, and I don't plan on doing. Let's see, a record of your adventure can be viewed from the system play log. Now let's check it out. Let's see, bonus experience in AP. You will now earn twice as much experience and 3 times as much AP. Oh, I didn't know that. A new combat simulator becomes accessible from Hojo's lab. To test it out, select chapter 17 from the chapter selection. It's something I also forgot. Skipping the bike minigame. The bike minigame can now be skipped from the pause menu. Let's check out the play log. Is the DLC available for the PS4? I thought it was only a PS5 exclusive. I don't think it's available on PS4. Let's see, Chapter 14 resolutions witnessed. With that, there's 3 dresses for Aerith, 3 dresses for Tifa, and 3 for Cloud. Ah, we missed 1 music disc. Manuscripts. There's 56 manuscripts. I don't even know where they are. There's 4 enemy skills, 24 weapon abilities. Enemies assessed. I guess there's 114 enemies. 24 out of 26 quests or jobs. No, I actually looked that up online. There's actually no way to do all 26 on the first playthrough. You need to beat the game and do a chapter select. And the deciding factor between the quests that you do and the ones you don't do is the coin flip in Walmart from Chocobo Sam. There's like a coin flip. If you pick heads, you get 2 quests. If you pick tails, you get the other 2. So you have to do it again. Yeah, I was super pissed off about that too. That you can't play the DLC on the PS4. All right, but with that, I think we're done with another Let's Play. And look forward to the DLC because we will be doing that too. Hopefully, I could just get the PC version and just start with the DLC. I would hate to have to beat Final Fantasy VII again just to play the DLC, but I think you can just play the DLC from the start. So hopefully that's the case. So be sure to check that out. Thanks for watching and have a good day.